All right, hi, and welcome back. Attorney Steve Vondran here. I got a bright idea from one of my viewers tonight. He said, what is the Eggshell Plaintiff rule? And I said, wow, that's a good term from my torts day, torts day. But let's talk about this real quick so you can know more than everybody else. The Eggshell Plaintiff. All right, so how I always remembered this rule, this arises in torts, like a car accident or somebody injuring somebody else. But I always remembered this as with the hemophiliac example. Like if you run into somebody in your car and they have hemophiliac, means they could bleed out or whatnot, thin blood or whatever. If you hit them, now you don't know that they have that in the car. They have this pre-existing condition, but you don't know that. And if you hit the car, if you're the defendant, they're stopped at a stop sign and you hit the car, well, obviously you've committed some injury and some damage. And naturally you would want to say, and let's say they bleed out really bad and they have really bad damages. And you say, geez, I hit, Judge, you're the defendant. I hit him 10 miles an hour. And how could this, this wouldn't have hurt another person like that. The only problem is they had this condition. So I shouldn't be liable for all these damages. And really what the doctrine is, also called the thin skulled plaintiff, thin skulled they call it. But the eggshell plaintiff gets to recover, even though they were considered an eggshell, maybe not the nicest word. I think it came out of an old court case, but even though they had pre-existing hemophilia, they can still recover for all their damages caused. They can't recover for the damages previously caused because the driver didn't cause the previous damages. The driver only caused the current damages. But that could be significant because they had a pre-existing condition. It would be like if somebody in the car in front of you had a bad back, their back was fused, and you didn't know that. You hit them 10 miles an hour, and now this person has to go have another surgery and is in great pain. You'd say, the defendant would say, gosh, I didn't know. I didn't know he was an eggshell plaintiff or a thin-skinned plaintiff. I didn't know that. Had I known, maybe I would have driven a little slower. Well, the law of torts says you should have driven a little slower anyway. You caused the damages. You're liable for those damages that you cause. Not the pre-existing, but the current. Okay, so that's a quick look at the eggshell plaintiff. It's a great word. It's a great term. And it pops up. I think it pops up probably a lot in personal injury law. So if you need some help with civil litigation, you know where to find us on the web at attorneysteve.com. Now you know what the eggshell plaintiff is. Have a great Sunday. Bye now.